Do you ever feel like you're working harder than ever, yet getting nowhere? The late nights and the endless planners often leave us drained. Each morning begins a new race against the clock, a relentless pursuit of goals that seem to drift further and further away. We find ourselves in a cycle of restlessness, running faster but only moving in circles, searching for a meaning that constantly eludes us. But there is a better way, a shift in perspective that brings divine clarity to the chaos and deep peace to the daily grind. Proverbs 16:3 reveals the secret. Commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will be established. This is the foundation of true success. It begins with a simple pause, a moment to consecrate your efforts, your ambitions, and your daily tasks to a much higher purpose. When you start with God, the heavy weight of the world lifts, your focus becomes steady, and your heart finds its true alignment. This transformation touches everything, turning your routine into a spiritual offering that impacts your home and your workplace. You were created for more than just the hustle. You were created for a purpose that transcends the professional and reaches the eternal. Align your work with His will and watch your path unfold. Are you ready to discover your true purpose today? Have you ever felt like your professional dreams and ambitions have become a weight too heavy to carry alone? The exhaustion you feel isn't just from hard work. It's the burden of carrying the entire outcome on your own shoulders. Proverbs 16:3 Invites uas to commit your work to the Lord. In Hebrew, the word commit literally means to roll onto. It is a visual metaphor of rolling a massive stone off your back and letting it tip into a sea of His strength. True consecration is an act of total surrender, opening your hands and letting go of the tight grip on your own plans. But we often make a mistake. We feverishly build our own towers, planning every detail in our own strength first. Then, we ask God to stamp His blessing on a project that was never aligned with His purpose to begin with. This misalignment creates a shaking foundation, leading to the very anxiety and weariness that we are trying so hard to escape. Active humility is a partnership. It starts by stopping the grind to ask, Lord, is this path aligned with your heart? When we seek His direction, He provides the compass and opens doors that previously seemed like solid stone. This surrender brings a peace that makes no human sense, a deep breath of clarity before the day begins. You can return to your work today with a steady, quiet confidence, knowing you are no longer carrying the weight alone. Surrender your plans. Gain His direction. Find the rest your soul was meant to have. We often measure success by what we accumulate, the cars, the houses, and the visible markers of physical wealth. But in the quiet moments, we look at our achievements and wonder, is this all there is to prosperity? Proverbs 16:3 offers a different path. Commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will be established. In the original Hebrew, established means to be firm and unwavering, like an ancient oak rooted deep against a passing storm. It is the steady settling of a compass needle, giving you clear direction even when the world around you feels chaotic. This is a Monday to Sunday, a steady walk of purpose through the fast-moving, blurry noise of modern life. True prosperity is the contrast between a restless mind and a peace of a heart surrendered to God's hands. Inner peace is your greatest non-financial asset, the spiritual light that sustains you through every high and low. It allows you to pause, to listen, and to discern God's voice before making a single decision in the boardroom. When you consecrate your work, the ordinary becomes sacred. A teacher isn't just lecturing, they are shaping eternal lives. An entrepreneur isn't just closing deals, they are generating impact and honoring the dignity of those they serve. A mother's prayer over her children creates a spiritual legacy, a golden thread connecting generations in God's grace. Today, bring your plans to the altar. Lay your ambitions at His feet and trust Him with the final outcome. Watch as your daily labor is transformed, no longer a burden of the world, but a beautiful, sacred offering. Consecrate your work. Find your purpose. Let your plans be established by the One who calls you by name. Many struggle in the shadows of their own effort, building monuments to themselves that eventually crumble into obscurity. But throughout history, a different path has been illuminated, the path of the consecrated heart, where God's purpose takes precedence. While the world's strength fails in the storm, God honors those who prioritize His mission above their own survival. Consider Joseph, trapped in a cold, dark Egyptian prison. He remained steadfast, his spirit unbroken by the betrayal of his brothers. He did not strive for personal freedom, he lived for God. In his consecration, a divine ladder to greatness was formed. From the pit to the palace, Joseph became the provider for nations, wielding humble authority under God's direct guidance. Centuries later, Daniel stood in the heart of Babylon, a culture of idols, excess, and relentless worldly pride. Despite the pressure to conform, he knelt by his window daily, choosing devotion to the Almighty over the safety of silence. Thrown to the lions, Daniel found peace. Even the fiercest beasts were tamed by the presence of a consecrated soul. Then there was Solomon, a young king who realized that human strength was insufficient to lead a nation toward peace. When offered anything, he asked for wisdom, because he sought God's mind first. Riches and honor followed as a natural byproduct. True greatness begins at the altar. When we offer our work to Him, His glory fills the temple of our lives. This ancient pattern remains true today, in every office and every dream. Consecration changes the trajectories of our success. Walk the chosen path. Let your daily work be a testimony of His strength, and watch as He opens doors no man can shut. Seek first His kingdom and His righteousness, and everything else will be added unto you. We often treat God as a consultant for our problems, rather than the architect of our lives. We bring Him the blueprints we've already finished, asking for a signature on a plan He didn't draft. But true power lies in the consecrated pen, shifting from human effort to prayerful consultation. When you invite the Creator into your workspace, the ceiling of human limitation begins to dissolve. You move into a dimension of miracles, walking a path paved by the one who knows the end from the beginning. You are no longer just building a career. You are fulfilling a divine mission that glows with eternal purpose. Consecration is the act of handing over the keys, declaring that your work belongs to Him. In this surrender, you find a protection that no insurance can provide and a peace that surpasses understanding. Even amidst the chaos of the world, His shield remains around you, keeping your spirit steady and focused. The world measures success by the clock, but God measures by the legacy of peace you leave behind. Fading metrics are replaced by an eternal weight of glory. Every task becomes an act of worship. When you reach out to others, you aren't just networking. You are sharing the light of the architect. Your life doesn't need to be the most planned. It needs to be the most deeply consecrated. Step into the new dawn of partnership with the divine. The blueprint is ready. God is the architect. Trust the design. Start your consecrated journey today. Proverbs 16:3 says, "Commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will be established." See Joseph from a dark prison to Egypt's palace. Daniel stood firm in Babylon, choosing prayer over fear even as the shadows of the lion's den loomed. Their success was born from consecration. Today, you stand at a crossroads. Will you stay in the chaotic, self-led streets of the world, or follow the golden trail of God's promise? It's time to change the order of your life. Every decision and every plan starts with a moment of divine surrender. Imagine your daily work not as a grind, but as a calling. Let the light of His wisdom descend upon your desk and your heart. The question is simple. What will you do with the plans you've held so tightly? Are you ready to let go and let Him lead? Consecration starts small. It's that breath of prayer in your kitchen or before a stressful phone call in your office. It's the act of handing over the keys of your business and the ledger of your life to the one who created you. Suddenly, even a mundane cubicle becomes sacred ground. When you work for the Lord, your environment glows with eternal purpose. You are no longer walking alone. The King of Kings walks beside you, guiding your steps toward a horizon filled with hope. Feel the heavy backpack of self-reliance vanish. In its place, God provides a glowing compass of divine direction for every move you make. As you partner with the Word, your world shifts from gray to vibrant color. You become a vessel of light to everyone you encounter. Now, take the first step. Type "I consecrate my plans to the Lord" in the comments. Let this be your public declaration. Hit that notification bell and subscribe. Join a community of faith-driven professionals who are choosing to advance through His strength. Consecrate. Advance. Transform. Your new life begins today. We will see you in the next teaching. God bless you.